everyone. Welcome to our first episode ever of Oversteer Underdogs. My name is Rob, and I'm here with my co-host and very good friend, Dean. We are very excited to get this rolling. Pretty much going to be touching upon Formula One, IMSA, anything and everything in between for that has to do with motorsports, racing, and even just tinkering around on our own things here and there.
Oh, super excited to be here. Rob and I have been talking about doing this for as long as I've known him, just about. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk cars every day anyway, so I can't picture a better way to spend my afternoons, honestly.
Absolutely. So honestly, I mean, it'd be nice. I know not everyone's gonna know us on a personal level. So how did you get into motorsports? What kind of like drove your passion to be able to want to kind of get into something like this?
Oh man, I mean, it started so growing up. My dad, he was a big car guy. You know, we had a '72 Roadrunner in the driveway. I
Mm.
can see that car to this day. You know, 383, bright orange, with black racing stripes, color matched wheels, pistol grip 4-speed on the floor. Like, I can see it. I can feel
Hell
it.
yeah.
It's just there, man. Like, oh, that's how I start. Just remembering that car. But I mean, he was a gearhead anyway, so working on anything that had an engine, watching anything on wheels, anything else that had a motor. You know, we watched F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, you name it. He showed it to me and he told me why it was cool. We even watched you ever watched the old Top Fuel boat races?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember watching stuff like that, renting the videos from Blockbuster. Like, it was just anything to do with motors, we did. It's just that was our relationship. It's just how we've always been, you know, playing video games. It started on the PlayStation 1, playing, I don't know what you grew up with in your house, but we had PS1. We were always Sony house, and it was Colin McRae Rally 2.0,
Oh yeah.
Crash Team Racing, Sled Storm, you know, the original Driver back before GTA.
Jeez.
Looked at it this way, it was like that. It was just hours and hours spent trying to beat times. You know, it just never ended. We were always doing something. It opened up something in me. It was always a good place for me to go and find fun no matter what.
Yeah.
It wasn't always, I mean, I don't know about you, but like young, I didn't have a lot of, I didn't have a lot of friends that were into cars. You know, it was at a young age, it wasn't something that a lot of kids are like, yeah, you know, numbers about this car, numbers about that car. Did you watch this race? It's just, that's loud. I either love it or I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, it was a different time, but no, it was just, it always is interesting to me. I always had a good time remembering everything about these cars, you know, Need for Speed, being introduced to companies that didn't exist here.
Yeah.
You know, in the US, you know, we don't have Opel really. We don't have any of these companies that uh, Vauxhall,
Oh
Holden, like
God.
that stuff doesn't exist
Holden.
here. Like,
Need for Speed,
when
Hot Pursuit.
exactly. And it's like, you know, nobody else ever really knew what those were unless they paid attention to the game instead of just, I want the fastest one. Uh, and that was just something that I always enjoyed. And that was one of my favorite parts, was knowing stuff that other people didn't, you know, getting excited about other stuff that people didn't really understand. Even my dad, like, there were cars he didn't know what they were that I
Yeah.
knew what they were. Like, I remember picking out, what is it? The Holden Monaro, I think it is. It's the identical to the GTO back in the early 2000s. And I remember pointing it out in the old Most Wanted game, and he's like, "How do you know what that is?" I'm like, "That's a GTO." I'm like, "No, that's a Monaro. Look
No.
at the badge." He's like, "What?" So it was just, I don't know, it was just something that always made sense to me. I always liked it.
It
You
always
know,
clicked. Yeah.
exactly. You know, what really got you into it though? How'd you get into it?
Uh, Honestly, it's almost kind of the same. My dad, when he was younger, he actually for a couple summers, his buddy had, I want to say, if I remember correct, I know he for sure had a Nova, and I think he also had a Chevelle, and he would race them down in Greenfield, Indiana, or somewhere near there. I can't remember the exact dragway, but during testing in the springtime, dude crashed into the wall, smashed broke both of his legs, and he's like, "Yo, I still got a couple vehicles. I need some literally." And he's like, "I still got a couple people that I need, a couple cars that I need ran, and I want to see some numbers on." And he asked my dad, and my dad was like, "Yeah, let's go." So
That's awesome.
my dad actually did some like drags back in the day, nothing crazy, like he didn't get like awards or anything. He just did it for fun. So when I started like grew up and I was probably about 5 years old, it was the same thing. I mean, NASCAR and IndyCar were the main ones. He'd tinker with Formula One here and there, but NASCAR and IndyCar were the main two. To the point where every single year from the age that I was 6, they were doing it before I was even born. But from the age that I was 6 all the way up until we were 14, till I was 14, we went to the Indy 500 every single year. Same seats, same section, same group of family. We park right behind those grandstands in a bus at 6 a.m. in the morning and jump out there and just pretty much live that every May, which was really cool to see. And growing up with that, obviously, you're there with the rush, the feeling, the atmosphere, the greatest spectacle in racing. So it was like
I
I
can't
was
even
hooked.
imagine.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hooked as a 6-year-old, and then it just kept progressing. We'd hit the Brickyard every once in a while. The NASCAR's thundering around, especially back in the early 2000s, was great, but it was something about the Indy 500 that I think it's
Yeah.
just the whole thing with it that really kind of grabbed me. But same thing. I mean, Fast and Furious growing up on the
Yeah.
series,
Of course. Of
Cars, Gone
course.
in 60 Seconds. Those were
Oh
like
yeah.
some staples in my childhood. So watching all those, going to the 500 every year. And then when I was like 18, 19, I got my first 5 speed. It was a little shitbox 1993 Honda Civic EG Coupe. It was a total trash fest, but it was one of my favorite vehicles just because it was a little screaming demon. I had fun with it. I was the first car I actually like worked on, added mods to myself, had some friends that we would all just kind of get together and work on our cars and like got that sense of like, as silly as it is, like the family aspect that comes from car culture that Fast and Furious did touch on. And so that was awesome. And it took me well over a decade actually to get back into it. And that's now we've got the M235 6 speed that we're trying to get moving and grooving on a track someday. So that's my background of motorsports in a nutshell. But it's just one of those things where I got the Honda, and then that just started a never-ending need for speed. It's funny, it's no pun intended with it,
It
but
always starts with a Honda. It always starts with a
always
Honda. It just
stupid
is.
little Honda. Even in the
Hey.
games, it's like, okay, pick your
Yep.
first car. 90%
Yep.
of the time, you're picking a Honda.
It's true to life. It was a simulation. They just didn't know it yet.
Oh, literally, and it's funny because like that's how we became friends is because of the car industry. Like
Yeah,
we met
absolutely.
at a dealership and
Absolutely.
brought us into the fold of nonstop talks of Formula One text back and forth and videos of the like I can't even keep up with half the videos that you keep sending me on Instagram and Facebook. So it's like
2 o'clock in the morning. Why is he sending me this?
literally. So I mean, honestly, that's I feel like that's pretty much the big reason why we wanted to start doing this is be like, you know
Absolutely.
what? Like we talk about it anyways. Might as well spend a couple minutes a week to divulge anything new that we've heard or things like that that we saw. So that's
Yeah.
big reason why we got into it. So but yeah, so I mean, I guess like what that is like why we're doing this is just pretty much it's just talk racing from all levels, whether it's grassroots all the way up to the pros, whether it's local drift nights, Monaco Grand Prix, GP races, motocross, whatever it is. We're not professionals by any means, so please don't think we
Not
take
even close.
ourselves too seriously here. We
We're
just
just here
are
to have fun.
exactly. So, but yeah, honestly, like anything that you want to add on that for like what we're doing?
I mean, at the same time, I mean, I know you talked about, obviously you got your M235 trying to get it onto the track, all that good stuff. And, you know, both of us too, we've been lucky enough, at least recently, we have to take part in some motorsport stuff, racing the go-kart league.
Yep.
Myself, I mean,
Got the helmet right there.
Exactly. I obsess over some dumb stuff. Like I love RC cars, right?
Hell yeah.
It's something so fascinating about a car like this big that can go 80 miles an hour.
Snap your ankle if it hits it.
It's such a dumb thing because oh, you should grow up. No, I don't grow
No.
up. This is just for fun. This is the best part about it. I have adult money to buy big toys for big kid toys. Like,
Yeah.
what else am I gonna
Literally.
do? How else are my kids gonna be like, hey, my dad was pretty damn cool. Look at this cool
Exactly.
stuff he
We're
did.
leaving some cool legacies because that's the thing. Like you said, this is something that's like we both even said it. This is something that started off as like kids, like getting Hot Wheels. Like, dude, I still get Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you've got them
I got
behind you.
yeah, I got 15 of these things sitting around me. Like it's crazy. Never
Yeah,
mind my closet that's full of them.
it doesn't stop. We just grow up and get to, like you said, buy big boy toys instead.
Look, if I can't be a professional racer, my next dream is to talk about it. Okay,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you know
Exactly. And
what?
then we'll be professionals on the sim on the weekends. No, we're
That's
still
right.
not
I probably that one.
professionals there.
That one won't break my wrist or anything though, so that's good.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. So and that is something too, like we'll be showing ourselves like working on cars. I know Dean's really itching to get back into ones. I mean, tell the folks what you used to have before you had to
Oh man.
get the truck.
So I had like, so I started out in the least exciting vehicle you can ever own, right? 2012 Ford Focus. That's it. Not an ST. I wasn't
Just
that
the
cool.
Focus.
It was mostly my parents didn't want me to. It's just a Focus. But hey, you know what? I did a lot of dumb stuff. I'm proud of it. It was fun. I got to learn how to just general car maintenance, of course, which is an important thing. But
Yeah.
I learned how bolt patterns, offset, suspension. How do you paint wheels properly so it doesn't look terrible in 2 weeks? How do you install coil air intake?
No,
How do
no, no
you cut
rattle
out?
can specials.
No, there was a couple of them, but hey, it's part of it. We all got to be that kid before we're an adult. Like it is what it is. But I mean, I went from that to I ended up getting my Veloster. Right, like I had a
No.
Veloster N. It was a lot of fun. Might not be
I
everybody's
missed that
favorite car, and
car,
I get
and it
it.
wasn't even my car. I missed that car.
It was just fun, and still to this day, to me, like bang for buck, new car for new car. I can't find anything better. Like it was so much fun. I had a great time in that car. It comes from the factory and it pop, pop, bang, 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 bang. Like, come on. That's awesome. I didn't have to do nothing. They
You didn't
sent
have
it
to do
over.
anything to it. And
No,
it's
I
Brapple
bought it
tune
from a
down the road.
dealership. Like, I bought it from a dealership. Come on. It's got a button for extra boost. Like, what? From factory? That's crazy. It was like I was
That's
playing a
insane.
video game. That was like my dream, coming to fruition a bit. And then my father-in-law, and you saw it.
Ugh,
We got the 85 Supra.
I want to see that
It's nothing.
thing.
It's a lot of fun.
I want
It's
you to do
slow.
more to that.
I
I
know.
wish you could.
We're getting there. We're gonna get there. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It's gorgeous car. I love that body style.
It's
The paint looks
gorgeous.
like it was done by a 2-year-old, but hey, you know what?
From a
Body lines
distance,
are
it looks like it
amazing.
was done yesterday. So
Yeah, when it's wet and your eyes are closed, it looks great. But hey, it's a gorgeous. I love. I'm this that I wasn't born then, but I wasn't born in the '80s, but just that feeling that car carries. I don't know what it is, whether it's me going back and watching Initial D or
oh
just cars that have that feeling of like I want to go fast, but I'm not a fast car. It's a momentum car, right? That's what makes it fun.
yeah.
But it has a feeling to it inside. I don't know what it is. I can't. It's hard to explain. It is. It's a feeling. It's a pure feeling. Shifting through the gears in an old car, like old school 5-speed. Like I don't know how to. Anybody that's driven one knows.
Yeah.
It has a feeling to it. Like
It's
your
like
old
a
Hondas, they
Miata.
have that same.
It's like a Miata. Like you
Exactly.
hear people talk about it all the time, how they had to like pro drivers, like people who have been able to drive some of the most insane, beautiful, fast, powerful cars in the world. And they get asked the same question, like, what car do you have more fun driving in? And they're like, 9 times out of 10, a lot of it is Miatas, because it's a vehicle that you can push to the limits every single time. And you're just getting that thrill on every turn, every straightaway. It's just screaming down the straights. And
Yeah.
it's like, they're like, if you jump into a GT3 RS, Yeah, it's fun, it's fast, it's powerful. You're 90% of the time never going to get its full potential out of it.
It's a lot more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Being so close to out of control, there's no feel. It's just
Yeah.
indescribable. It's different. It's different. Then now, of course,
We'll talk more
just
on
have a
that
pickup
in
truck one
about
day.
2 months.
Yes, yes. We're gonna get you out on a track. We will.
No, not even that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just have to let that settle down for a second. But so honestly, like week 1 discussion. What do we got coming up next weekend?
And we're finally getting back to some racing. It's
Exactly.
been 2 weeks. I'm itching. I've been trying to hold myself over. It's
Dude,
hard.
the reruns aren't helping, and
No,
unfortunately,
it's exciting for a minute.
yeah, and it's like, okay, cool, I already remember it, but yes, we are back to the Netherlands next weekend. Very excited for it. This off season has been absolutely boring, with to say the least, with no drama. I guess the
Yeah.
one cool thing that did come out of it is Cadillac. Whoop, whoop, Cadillac. By the way, we met at a GM dealership, so that's why we
That's
like
right.
Cadillac.
That's right.
Finally announced their drivers. What do you think about it? I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer. We kind of saw this coming from
Yeah.
a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you put yourself in the shoes of anybody who might be running Caddy or even as a part of those decisions. It's just, it's your first year. You got new engine regs, you got new aero regs, you got new everything. It's like, this is the largest change by percentage for an F1 regulation ever. When's the best time to jump into F1? Well, when everybody starts at zero, right?
The playing field is even.
Exactly. And like, you have no historical experience in specifically F1. Obviously, they got their WEC team and they're racing the IMSA series and all that good stuff. But you don't have that F1 data to draw from. So, you need experience. Who better than Sergio Perez? More than likely, obviously, Cadillac itself hasn't announced it. ESPN's on it. But hey, that's basically gospel.
I'm sorry. It's Valtteri and Perez. Like, that's.
Yeah.
If it's
Why would you
somebody
not?
else, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give you $100. Like, I don't see anyone else coming through. As much as we wanted
It's the
Danny
best.
Rick to come back, it's not happening. That dude is out
He's just,
hunting bear and elk. Like,
exactly. He just broke his leg or his foot riding motocross bike. Like,
yeah, he's having the time
he
of his
wasn't
life.
going to come back.
No,
Yeah,
that was
he's
just
a good
pipe
Outback
dream.
boy. He's an Australian Outback guy. If he was really coming back to F1, I'm not saying he'd be careful. He'd be a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
Danny Rick's one of the biggest and personally the best personalities to come through F1.
Hands
just
down.
From talking to you, I know you feel the same way. He's just a dude being a guy and a guy being a dude. There's nothing. The guy goes to Bills games for fun. Like, he's not even from the U.S. and he loves American football. That's crazy. He feels like he can relate to Bills Mafia. That's amazing. He's just a good dude. As much as I want him to come back, it just wasn't going to happen.
Not happening. He's done. That was his sign off. That was it.
Look, Valtteri's going to come in,
but I'm glad to see him coming back, or at least getting a full-time seat.
Yeah,
seeing
I think
Valtteri come back from being just a reserve to a full-time makes me so happy.
I'll be really curious to see what kind of contract they get. Myself, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do a 1+1. I think Valtteri's more than likely a 1+1 type of guy. Personally, Sergio to me should be, but I think he felt burned by Red Bull. He might end up with something a little different, maybe a 2+1.
Yeah.
But take the first couple of years while you're still developing your engine and put
with some people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, put these veterans in, let them develop your car, and then talk about getting me in. We'll get in a Drugovich. Mick Schumacher maybe comes back. Like, there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of talent coming up through F2, but there's guys out there that maybe Mick, he got his chance, but maybe he deserves a little bit more after going out and doing so well.
Yeah.
And Drugovich has been sitting behind Lance Stroll just waiting. Like, not that Lance Stroll's a bad driver. Obviously, he got there, but it's hard to ignore when you're in a team for so long.
Yeah.
Drugovich is the talent that's just been waiting. He's so good.
And honestly, I feel like in the next 2 years too, like the kids who are going to be coming up that we're not even talking about right now, that we
Oh,
don't
there's so
even
many.
know about right now. They're going to be
Yeah,
out in 2 years, just because
yeah,
like the academies, the programs that they're running for, just the accelerated, like pretty much getting them through up to F1. There's a
yeah.
lot of talent that's just sitting around right now waiting for something to come out. So I'm excited to see that. And then honestly, just
Oh,
with
yeah,
every, I mean,
we
we
don't
don't know
even know
what's
what's
going to
gonna
happen.
come. We don't even know what's gonna come with these cars, right?
Exactly. Yes. With the
Everybody's really
arrow.
worried about, oh, the engines, the aero. We're not gonna have enough battery power to make it around Monza, or Imola or whatever. Like, what are we gonna do? We had the same concerns around when they changed the regs when they went hybrid in the first place,
Yeah.
and that stuff got squashed pretty quick. I think it's gonna be kind of the same story. Big deal is the wheel to wheel racing good, right? Like, that's why we all watch. I
They're
don't
going back
watch
to
to watch
smaller
guys.
cars too, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit. They're a little smaller. They're still
When
not
they
as small
showed
as
the
like
comparison to the current one, it was a
it's it's the right direction.
drastic, which is great.
Yeah.
When's the last time we saw a good 3 wide? Like,
Even, look, at this point, it's rare to see two wide sometimes. Like,
even, and yeah, like, and there's no aggressive passes through the turns. And again, like, that's the
yeah,
thing.
and you can't.
Like, there's
You
so
can't.
many throughout the season. Like, you saw so many other like streamers, podcasters, or even just the people on the F1 commentary team saying like, we cannot keep blaming the same tracks who have been amazing for the past 50 years
Yeah, exactly.
for a boring race. Like, you can't
Look,
blame the
Spa.
tracks for that. I'm sorry,
Spa.
how can
Spa
Spa
is one
ever
of the
be
greatest
boring?
tracks of all time.
And there was
It's so you are flat
nothing.
foot for I forget what the percentage is. It's a crazy high percentage of what you're flat foot at Spa. But like, come on, like
I
I
mean,
understand like the air, but it's the dirty air that comes off these cars. You can't drive close to each other.
no.
I'm hoping they're getting rid of the Venturi tunnels under the car.
Oh, good.
There's gonna be a couple. There's a couple, but it's not like it is now. All these crazy vortexes coming off the underneath, and it's not gonna be so crazy. So I'm hoping that makes a bit of a difference. We're getting these rookies they're not super brave yet. They're getting brave. They're making mistakes and they're getting scared.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, they're professional athletes. They're F1 drivers. They don't really have fear. They have a little bit of caution. But I'm excited to see what these new regs bring because everybody's kind of back to square one, drivers included. You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch these rookies genuinely go at it with
Ferrari
like,
wins next year. I'm just kidding.
you know me, I'm a big Mercedes fan, but I want to see Ferrari win because I haven't seen it in so long.
I want to see
I'm a
Lewis
historic
get
team fan.
on a podium. That would be
His ninth, I
nice.
mean eighth.
We don't talk about 21.
No, look, yeah, he's the man. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
whose name is more synonymous with speed with the general public? If you talk to somebody who doesn't know F1 and you say Lewis Hamilton, somehow they still know who he is.
They're gonna, and especially
That's,
now because they're like, "We helped make that movie, right?"
but he's just like, he's the man, right? Like, Verstappen carries an aura with him. He has
Yeah.
that I'm stupid fast and that's all I care about. But Hamilton was just, he's Lewis Hamilton. Like,
Yeah.
the guy got knighted because he's so fast. Come on.
That's
Come
insane.
on. Statistically, the greatest driver in F1 history.
And I know
And
that
now you got,
I've got like a friend or two out there that would love to be able to debate that. So we'll leave that
I'm sure,
open for people to talk about.
look, there's always points in every direction, but numbers don't lie. That's all I'll say.
Yes. So, and honestly, this is what I've wanted to talk to you about the most because I know what your opinion is on this already. But McLaren,
Yeah.
what do you think is going to happen? You, from what I
Look,
remember in our convo, you think it's going to come down to literally Abu Dhabi.
yeah. I mean, I don't see it going any other way. We're more than 50% through the season. We're separated by what? 9 points? 5
9.
points?
I think it's 9
9.
points.
That's nothing. That's
That's
not even
nothing.
an entire race. Like, that's just one DNF. Either way,
That's
is it
one.
massive?
That's one 10th place or worse finish.
Yeah. And you but all the tracks you have coming up now, these are all races that these guys have already won for the most part. Like most of
Yeah.
these tracks, these guys have won at now. And you have Max who's going to go in there and he's going to throw wrenches and things because that's what he does. That's just he is that guy. But
I'm starting to get a soft
that's it.
spot for that dude, though. I will say that.
Look, they've let him get his personality out there, and I think that's what matters.
Yeah.
From a marketing standpoint, like
Yes.
he's just when he came in, he was the deadpan but exciting driver because of his skills. But he was deadpan. Just I drive cars, I
Yeah,
drive fast.
and then
I don't want to talk
unfortunately,
to any of you.
Netflix portrayed him nonstop as just the bad guy. They had to have a bad guy,
Exactly.
and he was
Even
easy because he's aggressive and
right.
he is set a mindset of our time of I will win at
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
Yeah. And like I would compare him closer to like a Schumacher almost.
Yeah,
Not to his level of like I'm gonna wreck this dude because I want to win a championship, but to the level of
I mean, I want to wreck
you know
this
what?
dude because I'm mad right now, George Russell.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a hate though. That's not even an I want to win. That's just a I hate you so much. In a perfect world, those are the two McLaren drivers. But
Oh
hey,
gosh,
just from a viewing standpoint. But hey, what can you do? But no, I mean, he is for all the people who are massive Max fans thinks he's better than Lewis. He has this innate ability to be able to he understands the rules while he's going 220 miles an hour.
yeah,
To a level that nobody else, from my perspective, can do. He knows if he just shoves his nose in there and he can make it through while he's being pressured by 18 other cars behind him. Got this one guy next to him. As long as my nose is ahead, it's my corner and I get the corner. Like that, who does that occur to?
yeah.
Or, you watch some of these guys, Fernando does it as well, and occasionally Lando eventually caught on to things like this, where it's like, okay, DRS line going into the corner. Make sure I'm behind. That way, when I come out of the corner and I'm ahead anyways, I get DRS to get away. Like,
Yeah.
at 200 miles an hour, 220, never mind, 150 even. How do you think of that? Like, that's incredible to me. That is just an amazing thought process that happens to me.
Yeah.
Back in the day with Senna's time, it was, they're thinking about the tires. They made it maybe a little bit more direct calls than the pit wall did. But there was less of these other rules that were maybe more, I don't know what the right word is, maybe a contingency requirement to be at this line or, this distance apart or whatever.
Compliant.
That's these guys are just, they're working their brains in a different way while driving this fast.
While literally throttling a 1,800-pound death machine.
Yeah. And like when I say Lewis Hamilton's the greatest of all time, he is. It's the numbers. But hey, Max is his abilities, they are competitive with him, even at his peak, I would say. He's just crazy.
And again, the fact that man can go and jump into anything and go and break a track record.
Hang on, I gotta go to the Nürburgring, honey. I'm gonna go break a track record under Franz Hermann.
Hang on, I'm gonna go and drive a GTD on an interview and break a track record. Just
with a passenger,
just shooting the shit while I'm doing it.
Full tank of fuel, thanks.
What?
That's just not how that works. That's not how that's supposed to work.
And again, like the reason why I'm becoming such a big fan, obviously, is because that right behind me, he's bringing in, and I'm not saying I'm going to get there myself, but
hey, you might. Never know.
He's bringing up so many people who do sim racing into the world of Formula One, into the world of GT racing.
Yeah.
Getting them behind the wheel on these and giving them the opportunity because he knows, like we know, that we talk about it all the time. Formula One and racing in general, you even said to me the other day, for one season, just for a kid to go karting is $75,000.
That's like low end.
There's no chance for some of these individuals out there in the world.
No.
Even if they saved every penny, they just don't have that opportunity. And by the time they do get the money, they're already behind the ball. So the fact that he is helping these people, getting them involved, and really putting the sim world out there, I think that's awesome. So he's definitely gone up in my books. Still, I mean, again, 21. We'll just keep saying that.
But I mean, getting back to the original point, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah.
Who wins it, I think, is going to be extremely situational. two McLarens are going to be finishing 1-2 in Abu Dhabi. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But the order is going to depend on factors. Lando lately has had the better strategy from his pit wall. It's interesting seeing the garage split down the middle, quite literally. Them working in between and maybe favoring somebody a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're still papaya rules, right? Like they're still trying to be fair, but let them race.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to me, it's like, at the end of the day, if they're both neck and neck, if we have another scenario where we're catching each other on the last 2 laps, there's going to be a move that might be controversial. And if it's Oscar behind, I think it will be.
I think there's going to be at least one papaya on papaya accident before the end of the year. And not like Canada where it was like that little dinky one. I'm talking both are out.
Yeah.
Both are done.
Yeah.
Cars are destroyed.
Honestly, as competitive as this rivalry is, it's a very boring rivalry.
It is.
The season and the points are exciting. What's going to happen? But the fact that these guys like each other so much is kind of weird.
Yeah, I need to see some like hands thrown, some face shoves, things like that.
I just want somebody to get mad. When you crash into me, don't apologize.
Yeah, but also like I don't want to see like Oscar's butthurt reaction mad. I want to hear some cuss words. I want to see some fines. I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. I want some fire. Show me you want it a little bit. Show me a little extra.
Yeah.
Be upset.
I swear to God, like I feel like some of these guys, like they are the most underwhelming celebrations for getting set. Like, I'm sorry, I get it. You're trying to get first, but like you still got second place for the 6th time this year or something. Like, show a little bit of excitement.
Got his first podium, and he was so excited he forgot to bring his helmet. He was so excited he forgot to bring his helmet to the cool down room. That's a guy who's so goddamn excited to be there, and everybody's more excited for him than the guy that actually won the race. That's the excitement. I'm trying to fix that.
So, and honestly, like, so I agree. I think it's gonna come down to the wire, and there's gonna be some sparks flying. I really do just hope for something before the end of the season, because it has gotten quite a bit. It's gotten a little boring.
But no, I think at the end of the day, if it comes down to it, who's going to win is very situational. If it's truly a strategy race, I think Lando wins. But if we're talking wheel-to-wheel racing, who wins this whole thing? To me, it's Oscar. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think, I'm not saying Lando's a bad racer. He's obviously very, very good. He's one of 20 people who get to race an F1 car, and to be in a championship fight that's incredible. The kid's amazing. He's an insane driver.
He needs to get some fire though. If he were to get fire, that kid would be unstoppable, I feel. If he were to get the same kind of mentality as Oscar or as a Max, or even Mr. Rookie Fernando, like if he was to have that same type of mentality with his racecraft and his skill that he has, I think the kid would be untouchable.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's really helped Oscar with his racecraft, or maybe it's just his drive to win, right? You look at who's his manager. It's Mark Webber.
Yeah.
Who lived in second place at Red Bull and was pissed about it the whole time. Like, Mark Webber's the man that flies in a car. He's not supposed to fly, but he does. You watch, that famous picture. We've all seen the video.
Yeah, we've
that
all
Mercedes
seen the
flipping
picture.
over, right? And we've all seen the video. What is it? 2 years later, maybe, of the when he crashes in the back. Yeah, and the European Grand Prix. That was actually one of my first races I remember watching F1 with my dad. I remember sitting there and I looked at my dad, and it was the first time I looked at my dad, and he was like nervous watching a race. And we watched Earnhardt die. But that was that.
I remember watching that with my dad too, and we were a Gordon family, and it still made us tear up.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
We were
who
too.
You
my
were.
dad was a big Gordon guy, but it was like,
Doesn't
I remember watching it
who you were.
happen, and obviously there's a lot of infamy around that day and how it went down, but it's like, wow, like you just watched this guy die on TV. But when you're watching it live, you had no idea, right? You had no idea how bad it was till all the crews were out there. But then you watch this man fly off the back of a Lotus upside down through a DHL sign, land on the ground, and slide into a barrier with no front wheels on the car, and he's okay. You're like,
Got out,
what?
stumbled away, and he was fine.
How?
Just some
Like, how's that
whiplash.
happen? It's crazy.
And
But
that
no,
just
I think at the
shows
end
the
of the day,
safety that they have now
it
from early
does. And that's,
2000s to even just 10
yeah,
years later.
yeah, I was gonna say, and that's what, like, that was 2010, I think. I think it was 2010.
Yeah.
Like, that's an incredible advancement in technology. That's just crazy. But at the end of the day, like I was saying, I think, that's the guy that Oscar's hearing from.
Yeah.
That's the guy that's driving Oscar right now as a manager. So he has that just cutthroat, I want to win, I deserve to win, I'm here, I deserve a place, I deserve fair treatment. That's who's teaching him, and
And like you keep
that's why he's
saying
like that.
too, I mean, he's been here for 2 years less than Lando.
Is it two? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
either
he
2
came
or
in
3 years
2020, right?
less. Yeah.
This is
2 to
his
3
third
years
season,
less.
actually. Yeah, this is Oscar's third season.
So yeah, 2 years less than Lando,
Yeah,
and he's already doing this. So I mean, obviously he's got
right.
that drive. So
And you wonder, it's like, did it when Lando started in McLaren, he came in and it was in a nice way a dumpster fire, right? He came in at McLaren's low. Zach Brown came in, he was new. We need this guy to build us up. We need money. We need performance. We need everything. As a storied team, that's crazy, but they built it up obviously to this incredible thing they have now. And Lando stuck with him through the whole thing. And I don't think Lando got to reach that. Look, I'm driving a great car and I'm super fast at the same time. It took a lot longer for him to get there because he had to develop the car.
yeah.
Oscar got to come in and McLaren's on the upswing. So I mean, that has something to say for, like, I wondered myself, as you and I know talking, is Oscar's ceiling for ability higher than Lando's? You know, maybe, maybe, but
Only time will tell with that, honestly. So, I mean,
exactly.
we'll see what happens with the rest of the season. One
What do
thing
you
that
think?
I honestly, I think that if Lando had a good like summer break, he comes back determined. He keeps on doing what he's been doing with a little bit more intensity. Lando takes it.
It's such a
Simple as
50-50
that.
swing. It's hard to
Yeah.
say. It's hard to say.
If Oscar starts getting upset, getting annoyed, if he keeps getting butthurt about the team strategy and letting that get to his head, he's going to make mistakes. Or it's
Yeah,
going to fire him up. Like, who knows? Again, like with these two
yeah,
drivers, it is going to come down to the wire, and we won't know what's going to happen for another 5 months.
yeah,
Simple as that. Unless one of them gets a good if one of them gets at this point a 2 or 3 race lead, it's over.
yeah. That's what's going to take. Even if, as long as you continue to place well with that teammate, it's going to come down to the end.
Yeah.
Just about.
If it's
At
going to be
least it's
1
going
and
to be
2
at
the rest of
least
the
the last couple of
season,
races.
if it's 1 and 2 the rest of the season, it's going to be insane.
Yeah,
So,
and there's just no evidence to see it going the other way. Nobody's catching them right now.
yeah.
You have teams that you might be able to catch them on one lap, but their ability to sustain it for a race that's crazy. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. Their development's amazing.
So, well, we have something cool coming up next weekend. We've got Staggered Fest
Yeah,
at Thompson's 3-day
yeah.
festival. We're gonna have some time attack, some track days, drift events all weekend long, DJ festival, car show. Like it was such a cool experience last year, and I didn't even get to witness it for a whole day. I only went for a little bit on Sunday. So it was really kind of like wrapping up and everything. This time, myself, I'm at least going Friday, Saturday, and possibly a little bit of Sunday. We'll see. But both of us are going to be out there on Saturday, which is the real
That's
big
right.
meat and potatoes of the weekend.
Sure is.
So we'll see some good drifting. Hopefully, be able to not. Hopefully, I know we will. I've already talked to Matt. Just met him 2 weeks ago, got a couple ride-alongs with him. Super cool guy, awesome, only been drifting for 2 years, and absolutely was throwing it down. I
I
posted some
remember
of
the
his
video. It's
clips,
amazing.
like, So we're gonna meet back up with him. Unfortunately, this is his last event before he moves down to North Carolina. His exact words were, "There's some more tracks down there that need drifting done." So he's
Nothing wrong
going
with that.
down. Yeah, no, he's going down after. I think he said later in the fall. But we at least get to see him throw down one more time, and a lot of good drivers are going to be out. I saw a handful of them yesterday at Boston Auto Fest over at Palmer. It was a cool event. There was a cool car show. Some nice cars went by. Um, the drift event was, I'm used to Thompson. It's a lot more high speed, a lot of high speed entries, high speed drift action. This is a very tight course, and it was slow. It was a lot of slow turns, like five
Yeah.
mile an hour, rip the e-brake and just jam the throttle around, as
Yeah.
opposed to
Kind of like the
entries at
pad.
20, 30 miles. Yeah. Except it was like an actual course with it, not just cone setup. So I'll be getting some videos out with that, but it was a good time. It was definitely a cool experience. First time at Palmer, gorgeous track. Uh,
It is.
would
It's a
love to
great
be able
facility.
to jump out there and drive the actual road course, because just from what I
Oh
could
yeah.
see, I mean, you're out in the middle of the boonies and it's just
Yeah.
trees on either side. It gave me Nürburgring vibes, just how pretty it was.
Yeah. In the woods. It has that feeling.
Yeah, so I would love to be able to jump out there, but very excited for next weekend. We're going to be out there, hopefully get a couple extra ride alongs.
Yeah,
I will
absolutely.
say that is one thing that interested with. I heard a couple things that it was because of Palmer themselves with insurance, but also it was clean culture, but they were charging $50 a head just to go and jump in for one ride along,
Saw
where
that.
you can just walk up at anybody and everybody at Thompson
Mhm.
with your helmet and ask to go, and you can go.
Yeah.
This weekend will be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of action, both live, local, and on the television. A couple things that I want to recap to next week is just Spa was this 4 hour Spa was this weekend.
Yeah.
We had Virginia this weekend for IMSA. So be able to talk about those things. So we've got a lot to recap next week. And then just be on the lookout for some footage as well. We are coming up on time, so I think that'll be, I mean, that's it for me right now. I feel like this was a fun little
Yeah,
session
absolutely.
right here.
Absolutely. Always good to get together and talk about cars.
Absolutely. But yeah, so any final notes from you?
Look, we're excited to be here. We're excited to get to talk about cars to everybody who listens and watches us as unprofessional people. But hey,
Yeah.
we're here
Again,
having
we
fun.
are
I hope you are
not
too.
pros.
We know nothing. This is just conjecture. This is just fun.
Absolutely. So in the
But no, absolutely
meantime,
follow us.
yeah.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We got an X. You know, all the good stuff. Anywhere you want to find us, we're there. Obviously, the YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff.
Yep, that's where we're going to be posting this up, so you guys are going to be able to go watch, listen, and then honestly, we'd love to hear from you. So any builds that you're doing, track days that you're doing yourself, and just anything in between, we'd love to be able to talk about your stories if that's okay. So, and honestly, we want your feedback. Any back and forth commenting that we can do together. Let us have some fun and see what we can come up with out there with you guys. But
Absolutely.
thanks for hanging around with us on episode 1, and like this is the beginning. We're going to see where this takes us.